Josie riding Miss Imogen Coughlan's Been Around.
And the speaker suddenly said that I'd been fastest of the day.
Whoa, look at that for a lovely stride to find.
Been around Josie Proctor. Well, they've set out like they mean business. Josie, who spent time with Harry Mead, no better rider than to learn great cross-country skills than Harry.
Number 1 to everyone, this is Been Around and Josie Proctor.
I get a lot of imposter syndrome. My dream growing up as a kid was always to do the biggest events. It was to do badminton, Burley, and if I'm honest, Bramham was always just up there because Bramham was just down the road from us. It always felt quite big and prestigious. And it was the event that I went to every year. I did the Pony Club Showjumping there. I did the Pony Club Mounted Games there. I used to look at the course and the riders and just want to be there. I wanted to be in their shoes. I wanted to be riding into that ring. Cross country and going fast was really my thing. I managed to get a lot of horses up to novice level and I managed to get a few up to intermediate level. Above that just kept evading me. I was in my mid-20s and had never actually gone above intermediate level, which to then put yourself out there and try and become a professional rider is quite daunting when actually you have no experience jumping the higher tracks at all. I realised very quickly that I didn't have enough clients, so I just went around local pubs handing in my CV. I would get up, do my own horse, feed my own horses, drive straight to a client's, drive home, ride mine, feed mine, go to the pub, work until close. It was quite tiring, to say the least. Long hours did start to take a bit of a toll. So when I got enough clients, I decided that I just couldn't do both and I had to choose one route or the other, and obviously I chose horses because I knew if I didn't try I was always going to regret it. So Beanie, or Been Around, is owned by my auntie and cousins. Beanie actually started her career with Nicola Wilson. She got to novice at age 5, which is quite a feat in itself. After that, they decided that she was never going to make the big leagues and they would sell her. When they decided to sell her, she failed the vet. So Sarah took her for free and spent the money investigating her issues instead. My cousin had a few good years riding her, and when she decided to get a real job, Sarah approached me and said, would you like to have a go at jumping Beanie around some courses? So the chance to compete in other ones was great. Beanie had fences down consistently with every rider. You have some horses that it feels like they're allergic to bowls. They never want to touch them. And Beanie was just not one of those. I remember talking to my dad and him saying, I just think that you might have to accept that she's always going to be a full faulter. And we went to Thorsby. The ground was horrible and we had 4 down. And it was a bit crushing. Part of me thought, let's not even go cross country. I felt incredibly demoralised. At that point, I was training with Guy Williams and Chris Bartle, and I went to them both and said, I'm going to need some major help. Guy really focused on the horse. He set up so many exercises to challenge Beanie. And then when I went to Chris, we worked massively on me. She's small, she's tiny, she's quick. She's not built like these big, rangy event horses, and I need to ride her about like the scuttly, shuffly little horse that she is. He had me in light seat all the time. I also lengthened my reins by about half a foot, which is quite scary, especially with a strong horse. All you want to ever do is shorten your reins and get a hold of it. We stopped trying to fight each other around the ring and started working more cohesively as a team. And we went to our next event, which was the 4-star short at Burnham Market, and she jumped a clear round and we lost it. And you can hear on the video Dad and Sarah just absolutely losing it.
Oh my God, was it? Did we really do? dogs. We can go home now.
And then I went and jumped to clear cross country, and we got a double clear at 4-star for the first time ever. We jumped to double clear. We were capable. We could do it. Our next big test was Bramham. Oh, riding under that Bramham horse trials sign into that ring, just surrounded by people. And I lived 10 minutes down the road, so, you know, cantering round, I could see dozens of faces that I knew. It was a bit of pressure that I had not really felt before. I walked the course with Chris Bartle, and I had a plan, and I knew if I stuck to the plan, I'd be fine.
Well, now the turn of number 171. This is Naround and Josie Proctor.
Bramham has always been a big dream of mine. Beanie jumped the most brilliant clear round. I went to the biggest event of my life and carried off clear round, and moments like that just make it all worth it. Going into the cross country, I just sort of made a bit of a catalogue of errors. It was a really, really hot weekend. I got on a little bit too early. I went out, and actually the first half of the course was amazing, and I thought, right, I'm getting in my rhythm, I'm getting going, and she jumped through some really tricky combinations. And then I came to a corner, and I just didn't get my line right. I sort of panicked, skipped out the corner. We then did jump it, and we carried on, but there was another corner facing the same way in the water. And the wheels fell off a bit, and I ended up walking home. I've always felt like show jumping was my weakest phase, and jumping clear around Burnham Market and then Bramham, I suddenly felt like it was possible and I could get better. And then I went to Bersham.
Clear round.
And I jumped another double clear there, and so I was back. Bramham was a blip.
Good bit of riding there from Josie.
And I was capable, and I now had 2 double clears of 4-star under my belt. So we decided to aim for Blair, which was the big autumn event. The dressage was still causing me some major issues, mainly on Beanie. And she actually did probably the best test we've ever done at 4-star. The heavens had opened overnight again, and I knew now from experience that if I stuck to the plan, it should all be good.
Josie Proctor next to jump for Great Britain. Josie riding Miss Imogen Coughlan's Naround. Number 476. Dressage score for them 40.5.
And I remember coming to the last fence, we jumped a big parallel, and then it was 5 strides, I think, to an upright. she landed, it was absolutely amazing. Oh, what a feeling. Still going into the cross country, I didn't really have it in my head that I might be placing anywhere. But, you know, a lot of people had fences down, and we sat in the lorry that night and we turned to each other and I said, I think I should go for the time. And I'd never actually gone for the time at a 4-star. It was always about just getting to completion. I jumped the first fence and I thought, she's going like a rocket ship. She jumped the first water. That was a really tricky combination. And once I got that under my belt, I thought, right, I'm here and I can do this. Felt so full of running the whole way around. He just kept letting her cruise. But I came over the line and my family were there to greet me. And the speaker suddenly said that I'd been fastest of the day. And so they all ran in, handed me my ice boots, helped me take all my tack off. But then my sister was going 2 horses behind me. So suddenly they all disappeared again. A lady came up to me and she said, "Hi Josie, how are you doing? How was that?" And I thought, oh my God, I don't know who this woman is, but she knows who I am, so I must know her. So I asked if she would possibly hold my horse for me. She sort of said, "Where's your team?" And I said, "My sister's on the course. They can't be here. They need to look after her." And then I realised that she was attempting to interview me. It was her that then said, "Do you realise that you've just gone into the lead?"
We go to the podium. It's going to be a fairly empty one because one lady has occupied the top 2 spots. In 3rd place in the Defender Blair Castle International CCI 4-star short goes to Josie Proctor and Imogen Coughlin's Naround.
Rotscanter had 3 very good horses there, and she came 1st and 2nd and 4th. I ended up moving from, I must have been near last, if not last, after my dressage, and became 3rd. Beanie really gave me the conviction that I could be a rider at that level, that I was capable, and that to not really give up yet, because, you know, it had run through my head that maybe I just was never going to be quite good enough. But my dream of jumping around a 5-star is certainly not over, and I now think that I'm capable of doing that. And she gave me an unbelievable amount of experience, but you know, the real joy of Beanie was the partnership we built. We just trusted each other. Yeah. The ability to compete at top level is really what always keeps driving me. And if I hadn't got the opportunity to compete at that level, maybe I would have just fallen off.
I don't think about it.
We did another 2 seasons after that and had great fun. We went to and did several more 4-stars the next year, and at the beginning of 2025 we came out with the idea that we would go back to Bramham. And we went to Burnham Market and she jumped double clear and we came 5th, and it was amazing. And then after, she just didn't feel great, and we made the equally hard and easy decision to retire her. It was incredibly hard emotionally because there were other things that I sort of dreamed of doing with her. But it was easy because we went on with such a high, and we never wanted to push to the point where she was going to be uncomfortable. And we knew that we had to look after her, and as soon as we started feeling like we couldn't help maintain her body anymore to be competing at that level, we gave her the grace of a good retirement.
What do we do?
And, she's not super old and she is well bred, so there could be a mini Bean on the way.
Like it scares me. What do we
owe me anything and I owe her the world.
Think about it. We just fall into each other's arms, and we laugh and we cry and we dry each other's eyes, but we don't talk about it.
I'm hungry again. Is it lunchtime?